Hey guys, it's Matt here from the Bull Call. Today I wanted to quickly go over, as you can see from the thumbnail and title, CCIV and its, run back towards the mid to lower 20s. So first we're going to pull up the 4-hour charts here on TradingView. As you can see, here's CCIV where it pumped up to 64, and obviously probably should have sold, but you never know. You're like, oh, once they actually confirm that they're going to merge with Lucid, maybe it won't, lose 30% in one day. But that's besides the point right now. So, if you actually wanted to know, I did invest, right around here. Actually, no, right around here, actually. I first invested in CCIV, which will soon be LCID, right here. Right at around $15. Almost like at $15. And then, so I wrote it, and I had I think 10 shares, so it was like $150. And then it jumped up to, I guess around $600. So, obviously should have sold, but obviously we've been on this steady decline, as you can see from this blue line. It just been on a steady, bearish, non-stop, down. And we obviously actually did kind of break out right around here, which was the 21st of May. We actually it's somewhere around here, but definitely on this wick right here on, what was this, June 1st, 2 days ago, CCIV managed to break its bearish trend downward, or at least most of it. So if we this should be around here, and it should be touching all those kind of points, and that seems like a very good bearish downtrend breakout. And as you can see, these boxes are supply and demand zones. So right here was a big supply area where we kept on bouncing. You can even see it over here. We had a breakout of it. Normally that's how it works. You got to break out. You got to break out for it then to be a supply area. Break out for then to be a supply area. And if you breaks the supply, that means that becomes the new demand. So right here we see the breakout. So we hit the supply area. Then we finally did break out earlier. Retested the supply area, bounced off supply area, broke right through this next supply area, which I've found as a demand later, and then so forth. And when you kind of see these massive wicks, just like AMC, there's just no way to predict it with a supply and demand area. It's just not really going to happen too often. So if we take a look at this box, we actually managed to break out of this supply area, which actually became a demand area when we bounced off this level. And look how perfectly this line was. I placed this like when we were over here, and I was like, it can't go below this level or else I will have to sell, because it's just going to go back to $10. So I said if it broke this line, I was going to actually sell my position and start a new one when it actually got lower. And I was literally sweating when it hit 16.97. I actually think I bought more shares around here, but look at that. It bounced off this line up a little bit, bounced off the line again, and then it went back into this supply area that we kept on bouncing off of. Bounce off the supply area, bounce off the supply area into demand, supply, and then we broke down through the supply area. So then we actually broke out, and I thought right here on this 15% day when everyone was talking about the Apple rumors on April 21st, I thought we finally were going to see a bearish divergence, or a bullish divergence, I mean. But we actually did not manage to break out of the bearish trend set by this blue line. We were just not able to break out of it, and now it seems like we finally, since the line has been going on for so long, it just by staying around 20, anywhere from 18 to 23, we finally got out of this bearish trend. So yeah, that's the update on CCIV right now. It's looking pretty good, pretty good. Obviously, anywhere under 20, especially under this supply area, I like to buy. And even look, I mean, you can see again, we hit in the middle of this demand area. Well, it's now a demand area because we're hitting this supply. It just couldn't break it twice. Once today, or actually twice today, I guess. It can't physically break this 24. We need a nice good news. When the cars finally hit the streets, when the name finally changes, just like SoFi. They used to be IPO. I mean, they changed their name right around here, or yeah, because they had a little run up, then they've sold off a little bit, and this is when they changed their name. They gained 8% within 4 hours, and then in the next 4 hours, they gained another 5%. So, hoping that Lucid could follow, or CCIV could follow this same type of trend where we are bouncing around, finally get some, good news, break the bearish trend downward, and finally get some bullish movement upwards, and finally change the name, and then I think that should push us up a little higher into a more reasonable area. And so people are saying that this is because of Rivian trying to be going public. That's why we had a nice boost in CCIV price recently. I think that's part of the reason why. I think it's also because I think it's just time that if you look at the chart, I mean, it needs to have some positive movement at this point. It's been beaten down from 60 to 18 to 16. It needs some more positive movement. I think we could see some more positive movement. Obviously, in the long run, I'm more long term on this. I don't see myself selling this unless it goes below, like I said, this line 16 for 5, 10 years. I expect this to become another. I don't want to say the next Tesla because you don't want to become the next. You want to be a rival to Tesla. I feel like they could be very easily a rival because, like I said in my first video, when you look on the road, you don't just see one car company dominating everything. You see Hondas, you see Toyotas, you see Mazda, you see whatever other name brand you want to name. Lamborghinis, you see everything. So I think Tesla being the Honda of the road and Lucid becoming the Audi of the road is a very strong possibility. And there's lots of room for like the Fiskars and the other EV names like Rivian. There's totally enough room for all of them. But I feel like Lucid, since they are just one step ahead of the other companies, is a great opportunity for us right now. And ever since I saw this company at 15, I've just been very bullish on the long-term outlook on the stock. So yeah, stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to talk about AMC. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.